Mornings with Jaresha is a radio show and podcast here to equip, empower, and elevate you to the next level by helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, slay, pray, and take action. Today is a fabulous day to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. This show is for everyone from all walks of life who just simply want to feel empowered and motivated to take the next step. Now, let's get it. Let's go. Mornings with Jaresha begins now. Welcome back to Mornings with Jaresha. Are you having a great morning? I hope that you're having an amazing morning and your morning is productive. So yesterday we talked about mastering your morning routine and how important it is for you to master your morning routine. How, when you win your morning, you win your day, and we all want to start our day with purpose. So I shared some really great nuggets. If you didn't tune in yesterday, make sure you go back and listen to yesterday's episode. But today, we're going to continue with that same energy because on this show, it's all about executing on our goals, our dreams, and walking into our purpose. And so how do we do that? We wake up, we pray, we slay, and we take action. And so since we're at the very beginning of the month, a lot of us may have either, started this month like, I need to reset. Have you ever done a reset? Now listen, I will do a reset, a refocus, a regroup, a reevaluate in a minute. But we may all start the month with just, I need to regroup. I need to get it together because last month did not go like I wanted to. It didn't go as planned. And for many of us, that's how it is. And so now we're like, we need to reset. We need to refocus because we want this to be a momentum month for us. And so it's so fitting because yesterday I had an opportunity to be a part of a Zoom masterclass. And so there was over 200 women in the room. It was pretty amazing because when you think about how we all have goals, we all have dreams, we're all, really walking and trying to unleash our greatness, walking into our purpose. And so to be in a room full of women that really are working hard on their goals, their dreams, and walking into their purpose, it was pretty amazing. And so the whole concept behind this Zoom meeting was so that we could all come together because we all have goals that we want to work on, that we want to focus on. And it was called the Momentum Month. So August, I'm going to claim that for you because I'm claiming it for myself. And I need you to listen to this and really begin to decree, declare, affirm it for yourself that this is going to be a momentum month for you. So that actually is not the topic that I wanted to speak on today, but I felt like I needed to go ahead and throw that out there as well. But what I'm going to talk about is this mindset makeover and how we rewire our brains for success because it's so very, very important. Now, I've talked about something similar to this before and how we need to rewire our brain for success. And I really think that when we think about having a momentum month, you have to look at what's your mindset, like what is it that you're telling yourself? What is the narrative that you're telling yourself? And so we know that our minds are so very powerful. As a matter of fact, it's a powerful tool that can either propel us towards success or hold us back from reaching our fullest potential. And so when we think about this, cultivating a positive and success-oriented mindset is the key to rewiring our brains for success. So yes, today I want to explore the importance of mindset transformation. And I also want to provide you with some exercises to help you shift your thinking overcome those limited beliefs and limiting beliefs, and create a mental foundation that's going to support your journey towards greatness. Now, I like to give points because I feel like you know where I'm going. We're going there together. It just makes sense. So you can have something to reference and say, this was the 3 points. This is how I rewire my brain for success. So I'm going to give you 3 points today that I really want you to, take note of, go back, reflect, see how it can help you have your own momentum month, and how it can help you really shift your mindset, have that mindset makeover, and rewire your brain for success. So point number 1 is recognizing and overcoming limiting beliefs. Now, listen. This is the first step in rewiring your brain for success, okay? And so that is, you have to be willing to identify and challenge your limiting beliefs. So these beliefs are often ingrained in our subconscious mind, and they shape our thoughts and actions and our outcomes. And so when we recognize these beliefs and we understand where they came from, we can begin to question their validity and replace them with positive and empowering thoughts. So go ahead and look at your own limiting beliefs, because we have them. We all have them. We all have those limiting beliefs. We all have that narrative, that doubt, those fears, those things that we're dealing with. We've been dealing with, maybe for weeks, for months, for years. And we need to identify and challenge them. You want a momentum month. You want to rewire your brain for success. Take some time today to really identify those limiting beliefs in your own life, so that you can begin to replace them with thoughts that's going to be powering and positive, and that's going to empower you. So there's a quote that says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So many of us start our months, we start our weeks, we start our days, and we haven't yet identified those limiting beliefs, and we're not dealing with those limiting beliefs. And so how can we begin to have the success that we want, that we deserve, that we desire? How can we have the momentum month that we want, that we deserve, that we desire, if we haven't taken the time to recognize and overcome the limiting beliefs in our lives? Now, you can start by pulling out a piece of paper, okay? Pulling out a piece of paper and writing down those limiting beliefs that you're dealing with. And then actually look at how you can replace them. We have to question, why am I having this thought? Why am I doubting? Why do I feel like I can't? Why do I feel like I'm not capable to do X, Y, Z? Why am I dealing with this? But it begins by getting it out your head and on paper. Because again, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. So that is the first point, the first step, however you want to look at it. That is the first thing that you need to write down. Recognize and overcome your limiting beliefs. And what does that look like for you? Point number 2 is embracing growth mindset and resilience. So growth mindset. I love talking about growth mindset, because a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. And so when we embrace this perspective, it allows us to see our failures and setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning. And you see, by fostering resilience, we can bounce back from challenges stronger and more determined than ever before. So let me tell you, you'd better embrace your growth mindset and resilience. Look at all of the challenges that you have gone through. Look at the setbacks that you have gone through. Look at the obstacles that you have gone through, the failures, and look at them as opportunities that you can grow and learn. They're always learning opportunities for you, but we have to begin to see them as that. So guess what? I'm going to tell you again, pull out a piece of paper. Maybe it's the same notebook that you wrote down the first point, recognizing and overcoming limiting beliefs. Pull out that same paper and write down, how can I embrace my growth mindset and resilience? How can you do that? Start by looking at those setbacks or those failures that you've had in your life, those challenges, and how you have overcome them. Or maybe you're going through a setback right now. You're dealing with some kind of challenge in your life. How are you going to grow through it so that you can become stronger, so that you can be more determined than ever before? You see, the only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. And that quote is by Franklin D. Roosevelt. So we can't limit ourselves. We can't limit ourselves. We limit ourselves because of the doubts that we deal with. We limit ourselves. We limit and we stunt our own growth. Point 3 is building a supportive environment. Now, I think that each and every nugget that I give on this show is so important. But when I tell you, and we hear this all the time, I feel like it's like drilled in our mind and drilled in our heads. And yet we haven't really embraced what that looks like. And so I say that because whether you're introvert, extrovert, whatever it may be, whether you like networking, whether you like connecting with people, that's a skill. That's something that you need to learn to really embrace and step out of that comfort zone. For those that's like, you know what, I want to network and connect, but I don't want to go to events. I don't want to actually go up and speak to somebody. Again, that is something that you need to deal with, and you need to be willing to overcome that fear and step out of your comfort zone. And I say that because when we think about building a supportive environment, yes, it's about surrounding yourself with positive and like-minded individuals so that you can rewire your brain for success. And that's by seeking, coaches, mentors, a supportive community, seeking people. That way you are able to really create an environment that's going to nourish your growth and push you to reach new heights. But we can't do that. Hear me. We can't do that if we're not willing to step out of our comfort zone. So I can't tell you how many networking events I've been to, how many, opportunities there are to meet new people every single day. And whether you are working from home, there's always virtual. Whether you are, out and about, and it doesn't matter. I feel like we have so many excuses why we're not necessarily building a supportive environment. And I'm not just talking about our families, whoever's in our immediate circle, which is good. If you have that, then that is truly amazing, because a lot of people don't have that. But I'm really speaking to those individuals that don't have that or feel like they don't have a supportive environment. You will not be able to get that environment by doing nothing. You have to go out. You have to get out of the house. That's one of the things that we say within the Maxwell Leadership, team and group. You have to be willing to get out of the house. You have to be willing to stretch yourself. If that means attending events, whether it's virtual, whether it's in person, you have to get out there, open your mouth, talk to people, and connect with people so that you can find your community, so you can find your people. That's so very important. We don't understand how much that impacts our mindset. You need to be around people who's going to nourish your growth, who is going to push you, empower you to reach new levels, new heights. There's another quote that says, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And so guess what? Here is another opportunity for you to pull out that same piece of paper and write down, who are the 5 people I spend the most time with? What opportunities are there for me to be able to network in my area? Have I checked to see what networking events are in the area? Is there some kind of community or group within my organization that I work for? What's locally? What kind of events are happening on a local scale that I can connect with other people so that I can expand my community? Maybe you already have a supportive community, yet we still need to be connecting and really building that supportive environment. So rewiring our brains for success requires a conscious effort to challenge those limiting beliefs. We have to be willing to embrace a growth mindset and build a supportive environment. Now, I feel like I've given you a few different exercises that all required you to pull out that piece of paper and write some things down, because it's going to help cultivate and really create and cultivate a positive and success-oriented mindset that ultimately is going to propel you towards greatness. As I mentioned, the quote by Henry Ford that said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. It all begins with your mindset. So let us embark on this mindset makeover journey and unleash the full power of our minds to achieve the success we desire, the success we deserve. So I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. I hope you're ready for this mindset makeover and rewiring your brain for success. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for listening to the Mornings with Jaresha show. Follow me on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Jaresha Moore. Email Jaresha at empoweronpurpose.com and text 937-938-6373. And have a great day on purpose.